There we go. This should be the right volume. Hopefully this time this is a little bit better. Thanks for tuning in. Trying to get this stream bloody well organized is next to impossible. But I'm getting there. Now, if I can only figure out why Everquest wants to crash the game when I'm trying to load it up, or rather, Wavelink is trying to crash the game. So, a couple of things have changed since the last time. I've been grinding quite a bit. I actually traveled to Kinos, where you want to say it, once, and I kind of got trapped, and I ended up having to spend some money to get a teleport back because there are two mobs that stand at the dock for the boat, which doesn't make any sense to me. And they, see, look, right there. I can always tell why Wavelink resets my microphone levels. I don't know. Okay. So what I did was oh, that is way loud. What I did was I traveled to Kinos. I got trapped. I couldn't get back on the boat. One druid faction mob actually walks to the end of the dock, and then I can kill him, but I don't really want to, not yet. Because I don't know how that'll affect the other factions, like in the city, and I'm trying to be able to get into the bank at the city. And some other stuff happened. I wish I did record some of it. I wasn't able to live stream it. I did record some of it. So when I actually get done this series, and this is the other thing that I wanted to talk about, was the plan is to actually make a maybe 20 or 25 minute video out of all of these live streams, hopefully with some better editing and stuff like that. Kind of talking about the game and whatnot, and just everything else, provided I can actually get the volumes correct. But anyway, so anyways, I had to pay a druid to get port back, and I ended up picking up a few items. I ended up actually looting. I ended up looting. I don't know how small these are. They're probably pretty small. I can't make these any bigger, unfortunately. I can make the box bigger, but I don't think the text gets any bigger. No. It becomes a massive blank box. So I ended up getting a +2 agility earring from one of the gnolls in Blackborough. I ended up getting a 5 HP ring, the limestone ring from the undead knight in the catacombs. He was up, so I killed him. He's only like level 4. So I ended up getting those 2 items. I ended up grinding out some more molars to actually reach amiable faction with the Deepwater Knights. So I ended up getting a lot of platinum, actually. The molar quests, I don't know what the Shadowknight version is or the Heretic version is and how much money you actually get from it. But from the Paladin side of it, I was able to turn it in at Dubious, and I've been turning it in nonstop. And as you can see right now, I have a whopping 121 platinum. I've also spent some platinum. Initially, when I traveled to Kinos, I still had the wooden club, the cracked staff, which is still in the bank. I ended up upgrading to a giant snake fang when I got to Blackborough, which is a 527, a whole half a second delay better. And then right after that, somebody was selling some minor items inside of the zone at Kinos. An ancient snake fang, which I paid 30 plat for. And like I said, this is what I was talking about before, where I'm not going to go fully solo self-found. I'm going to use the money that I earned to buy the gear to get within limits, obviously. I never really set out the rules or anything like that. It was more of a general guideline that I didn't want to, I could sit and grind offline and get you know, 5, 6, 7, 800 plat, and then buy the silver Chitin hand ramps. It's the same as just twinking a character. If I wanted to, I have money on other characters that I can just buy them and give them to her, and it's fine. I don't want to do that. I want to earn the money myself, but I don't want to sit and grind it online either. Kind of boring. What else did I buy? I bought I bought the Snake Fang. That was 30 plat. I bought a Lizard Scale Cloak from somebody to get my dex up to 75 finally. I think that was 15 plat I paid for that. I bought a Clawed Knuckle Ring, which was 5 platinum off a vendor, actually. No, I think the Clawed Knuckle Ring was from a vendor. Oh yeah, and the brass earring was from a vendor as well. That was 3 gold or 2 gold or something like that. So I bought that just for another earring. Has a little bit of armor class on it. The Clawed Knuckle Ring is 20 HP. So I bought that from somebody. I think that was 5 platinum. And I bought a Grotesque Mask from somebody. That was 65 plat. So all told now, just doing the Molar quests and grinding the Warrens, I made probably close to 200 plat. Now, the thing is with the Warrens is it won't be available if they do a new server. It won't be available come at launch with a new server, because that stuff will come in later. Just hang on, I want to make sure. So it won't be available. Warrens won't be available at launch. I just want to make sure this is live. Yeah, okay, fine. So it won't be available at launch. And it'll come. It comes later. It comes, I think, just before, just after. So that's going to be an issue with a new server, like making an erudite. It's probably not going to be worth it at that point. But later, as soon as Peniel gets released on the server, then I would highly recommend an erudite for any class, simply because at this point right now, the experience is okay. It's not great. With the key, you solve the vision problem, right? With the key to Peniel, you solve the vision problem because it's basically like a light stone. I also killed a couple of will-o-wisps, so I got a greater lightstone. Just stuff like that. Been grinding just a little bit. Now I'm working on trying to get these Pearls of Otis, which are in with the sharks. There's also a diseased shark that I'm trying to kill to actually be able to get a brand new breastplate, barnacle breastplate, which is only available to Deepwater Knights. And now that I am able with them, I'm actually able to finish the quest. So that's what I'm working on right now. And then I'm probably going to head back over to Kinos, I think. I think I'm pretty much done with the Warrens for now. The other good thing about doing the Molar quests, I got a lot of armor from it. I got the boots, the legs, the belt, the hands, arms, and the chest from it. So that's pretty good. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to jump into the water. And right here, there's a disease shark over there. Now, these sand sharks say that they are ready to attack, but they do not attack. So what I want to do is I want to collect a few of these pearls. The spawn time's pretty fast. So I'm going to collect a few of these pearls. I want to try to kill this disease shark. The breastplate isn't any better than what I have, but this is Fashion Quest at this point with an erudite. And it's a pretty sweet, like, blue teal kind of piece of armor. So I kind of want it just for the looks. It's fairly unique too. So it's not that easy to get. I think a paladin might be better to start off with as an erudite with a new server. Again, that's one of the reasons, one of the other reasons why I also wanted to start a new character and kind of grind from nothing, was just to actually see when a new server comes up, if it comes up, I've heard rumors. I'm sure the rumors have been around for a long, long time now. Just to see what the actual, just to see what it's actually like, because I haven't grinded from basically nothing. And basically, the way I wanted to sort of do it is do it as if I just were to start on a server like I started on green and work my way up the same exact way. Right? So when I first started as a ranger, I first started as a warrior. Then I switched over to a ranger after a while. That's basically what I did. I just grinded one area, made money, saved up, bought a little piece at a time, traveled to the East Common Lands, buy 1 or 2 pieces at a time, and then just continued on. So I think that's part of the fun of playing EverQuest, and part of the fun of gearing up too, is that little trip when you get some money, little trip to East Common Lands, and hopefully you actually pick up something you need, something you want, some type of upgrade. I'm kind of hoping at some point. I was with my druid actually in Common Lands yesterday, just kind of checking out to see what people are selling. Somebody was selling some Dark Mail gauntlets, which I want. That's probably the next upgrade. I do have the cash for it now. And remember too, I also said before that I have gear in the bank for this character. That was just in case I decided to just go like, you know what, this kind of sucks. But the more I played with it, the more fun I actually find it. It's kind of strange to actually, I always thought it was fun to twink a character and then play them, but it's actually really fun to start from nothing again. I find. Some people obviously are going to be different, but I actually find it's pretty fun. I actually look forward to playing my Shadowknight more than anything else, because it's a little bit harder. When it's hard, it makes it more of a challenge, and a challenge is kind of what makes it addictive, I guess. You know, it's like any game. It's one of the reasons why originally at some point I called EverQuest kind of like a DayZ game, where you start off with basically nothing. You gotta find your stuff, grind your way up until you get to the good loot, and essentially that's kind of what EverQuest is, right? That's why I call it like a DayZ and Tarkov. They're all MMOs. They're not like shooters. I mean, the mechanics are shooters, sure, but they're MMOs basically, and that's why people like them so much. That's why DayZ is so addictive. That's why Tarkov is so addictive, and why they do wipes as much as they do. I have streamed both before, but didn't really enjoy it too much. I found DayZ without, like, same with Tarkov. They're both they're more boring than this, honestly. And that's a lot, especially when you're playing solo. When you're playing solo and you're streaming it, DayZ is boring. Oh, I don't want to give it to him. I just want to pick it up. So I want to try to fill my bags. I can turn these in apparently to a somebody in Kinos to actually raise my faction with the vendors there. Yes, I'm live. So now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was saying like about DayZ and that. It's I enjoy them a heck of a lot more than I do this, but this I find is actually pretty chill to play, like just at nighttime or whatever. It's pretty relaxing. But yeah, trying to like stream DayZ in that when it's just solo, it's really boring. You can really hear the crickets. These sharks do not attack, I found out, unless you will go right in front of their face. Come on. Now there is more of them over there, but I don't really want to swim over there. This is just really close. I'll collect the pearls. I'll head to Kinos and turn them in. Kinos. I do actually want to try something a little bit different as well. I don't know how it's going to work out. I have a video queued up to actually watch, but I don't know. We'll see. The audio seemed to be working just fine on it, but I don't know. We'll see. I might just do it separately. We'll see. Because there will be points in time with this playing this. It'll actually there'll be a lot of downtime. So again, that's why I'm trying to do some of it off stream, obviously. Try to show them more exciting bits. Not that this is necessarily all that exciting, but I'm going to be hopping on the boat. Hopefully my game doesn't crash. Okay, I think 3 more and that ought to do it. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turn-ins should be enough, I think. I also did manage to turn in the kobold hides that I was storing up in my bank. And I went from dubious with the Warriors Guild right up to apprehensive with 1 turn in. It was kind of a lot of faction, so I've been kind of farming those as well a little bit as I'm passing through Toxulia. They're the only ones that drop it, are the ones in there. That's the other reason why I'm heading over too. I have some hides I want to turn in. And then maybe I'll return back to the Warrens. I'm not sure. They're kind of a cluster fuck in there. Like you can't really pull easily. But the experience also kind of sucks. So I'm kind of hoping to get into Blackburrow and just start killing gnolls, collect the teeth, and turn those in, hopefully until 15. The plan anyway. Hopefully find a group. I have not been able to find a group at all. Not even in the Warrens. There was a couple of people that were like a few levels lower than me, and there was a couple people a few levels higher, and not a single person wanted a group because they were all, oh, I got an extra. I might as well get 3 more. The hell. I might not even be able to turn these in. We're gonna find out. I did also, I'm not sure if it was on the last stream or not. It's departed. Oh, it left. Okay, so I got some time then. Because I also want to kill that shark. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was on stream or not, but I did record. If it wasn't on stream, then I did record. I did get, like, I did group with a halfling druid, I think. But they were using a brazier. I want to say a brazier. But I guess I did anyway, but elemental summoning, it summons like a fire elemental or something, and they were just wrecking the place. So I was kind of along for the ride. Okay, that'll do. Now, this shark did not that shark did not attack me the last time. Is it moving? No, I think it's just floating there. I did test it quite a few times. Did not attack me until I swam right in front of its face, and then it finally attacked me. did not attack me before then. Yep. Right. Like I swam next to it. I swam all around it. As soon as I went to the front and it was in motion, it attacked me. Right. So I think I have time for the disease shark to come back around. It's probably not going to be easy. Did he come back? I gotta watch out too, because if he turns around as I'm checking, he'll attack. He won't kill me in one bite or anything. Oh. Oh. He's not a sand shark, is he? No, he's a shark, yeah. He's yellow. He'll still kill me, but it'll just take a little while. See, I can... Right here, it's fine. So... Okay, here comes the disease shark. And, of course, I'm overweight. Sam. Okay. The one thing is here, too, I gotta watch my oxygen. Oop. The last thing I want to do is drown. Oh man. Get away, big shark. Get away, big shark. Like, oh, I got bashed. Nope, nope. Get back here, you. Get back here. There we go. Now I gotta kill these little shark before they run away. Get over here. Now, you gotta loot them pretty quick. Yes. No, no, get off of it. Get, no, get up. Get off. The problem is they disappear really fast too. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, I can't loot it from him. They only last for like 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay. Come on. Why am I not targeting them? There we go. Yes. Loot. Loot. Thank you. Little tiny sharks. Loot. The reason I'm doing this is, well, I won't actually be able to get the other one, but get over here. Gotcha. Okay. Drown. Okay. That was way more complicated than it had to be. Yeesh. Okay. So hopefully now I can actually So those are the shark remains. I only need 3. And I could turn it in another time, right? The shark skin and baby shark. Okay. Let's go turn that in before I leave. Get the sweet breastplate that's worse than what I'm wearing. But still. I was really kind of hoping that these quests would actually improve my faction with some of the merchants especially. What is this? Is this 79? Should be. It should be alright, I think. I think it's this guy. Right? He's the deep water guy. Deep water tasks. Okay. So, should be able to turn it into him. I'll be really mad if it has to go to somebody else. Alright. Very good. Follow Brexis, you will learn that swimming is a strong skill for the deep water knights. Keep this up, and you may wield a deep water harpoon. For now, you can have this barnacle breastplate. Sweet. And my heretics faction right now regards you as an ally, so not going anywhere anytime soon. I actually noticed turning in the quests, turning in the molars actually didn't affect my heretics reputation at all. And I turned in probably close to 150 molars. So, okay, now I gotta try to make it to the boat. He's still amiable, that's good. We'll actually get to the boat, and then yeah, I might have to try to mess around with the settings some, just to see if I can make like the inventory window a bit bigger. Didn't really get a lot of experience for that, but that's all right. Ah, crap, the boat already. Crap. Missed the boat. Turn that down a little bit more. Yeah, I just missed it. Well, see here. Not a lot of light. So deep water breastplate, or no, barnacle breastplate. AC 8. My AC is currently 12 on my ring mail. So, but it's so much heavier, like 10 pounds. So save versus fire and save versus cold, which don't really matter. And so far too, I have to say, not putting any points into agility. Yeah, I literally just missed it. Son of a. Not putting any points into agility doesn't seem to have hurt me all that much. Oh, you can't even see it. But we're going to keep that on for now, since it was a hard-earned piece of gear. Let's see. I could have sworn it was like a like a teal blue color. It looks just like a regular plate mail. I wonder if there's camera angles. I think there is. Okay, I see target. I don't see anything. Commands. No. Let's see. Oh, I can actually turn this off now. Hotbar 1. I can actually turn off the sense heading because my sense heading is maxed. Put this back. Found bow. Got some arrows too from the Warrens, so that's pretty good. I have that now. So I got that going for me, which is a plus. I thought there was camera angles. Like there was running and... And it's so finicky that if I mess around with too many of the graphic settings, it's gonna... probably gonna crash the game, and I don't want to do that. Okay, well, I'm going to take a quick little break. I'll be right back, waiting for this boat. Okay. Time to go get a refill on my coffee. I also started working on my blacksmithing, which is one of the reasons why I want to get my merchant skill up in Kinos. for whatever reason, Erudin doesn't have Erudin, is that the right way to say it? Doesn't have the stuff that you need, doesn't have any of the molds. So quite a bit of work to actually do the blacksmithing. Hey. So it should be here any minute. Maybe I should try to watch that video. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to come out. I guess it doesn't matter at this point. It's better than just sitting here watching me bounce up and down on this raft. All right, let's see. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I apologize. And just put technical difficulties up. Okay, let's pause this for a second. That one? All right. This here. And I'll keep an eye on the boat and let's see. Hopefully. The volume's okay. I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit more here. Just remember to turn it down afterwards. Okay, so the 48. This is 5 reasons why Everquest is the best MMO. By Decius. Decius? I'm not sure. All right.
Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk.
Hey everyone, Decius here with another piece of content for you. Today I am going to be going over my top 5 reasons why Everquest
You say Decius? Okay.
is my personal favorite game of all time. But before I get started with that, I just want to thank everyone for reaching 1,000 subscribers on the channel. You guys are awesome.
Nice.
That was my big goal for the year and I hit it. So thank you all so much for watching these videos and I hope you enjoy the content and keep enjoying the content because I enjoy making them and talking about Everquest, which is my favorite game, which I'm going to get into now. And if you
Agreed.
like watching or
game as
listening
well.
to Everquest videos like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button. As a preface, I have a lot of experience in numerous genres of video games, especially MMOs like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, and other kind of like FPS games like Destiny, like looter shooter kind of games. I was really into Call of Duty, Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring. Those are some of the newer games that I've played. Also,
Elden Ring's pretty good, right? Elden Ring's pretty good.
Survival games, you know, you have Ark Survival Evolved, Rust, Minecraft, etc. So I
actually just played Minecraft for the first time like a week and a half ago. Other than like way back whenever the heck it was when it was like on a browser. And it's come a long way. Pretty addictive too.
played a lot of video games and I enjoy a lot of different genres throughout the years. But Everquest has always been that game that I always go back to no matter what. I think a big saying in pretty much any MMO that you're really interested in and have been playing for a long time, you never really quit the game, you just take an extended break and then you come back to it eventually. And that's definitely been the case for me and Everquest, and I want to get into some...
The first time I heard that saying was in WoW. And it was during the Wrath of the Lich King, when just about everybody I knew took a break.
reasons why Everquest is my favorite game and why I'm personally okay with, you know, never actually quitting the game and just taking long breaks. Number 5. The world of Norath, it just feels alive. Like, despite it being such an old game and especially graphic...
Is this Is this live? This can't be live servers, right? This has to be like P99.
Looking like an old game with very low polygons and old models and old kind of rough pixely textures and everything. The world, it just simply feels more alive than most modern games today that are fancy and polished and have perfect graphics and all these particle effects and anything you want visually in a video game. It still rings hollow compared to the world that EverQuest created. And
Yep.
I think that's
100%.
just because it's a product of its time, and video games, as I've discussed in other videos, they just aren't created with that same mentality as they are nowadays. I think with that, and to give some examples of why the world feels alive, just the zones in and of themselves are designed in a way that are just very non-formulaic. They're very organic. There's name mobs in certain places, there's hidden crevices to get through, there's just very unorthodox design styles that make the experience and dungeon delving feel very kind of mysterious and just, it doesn't really hold your hand. And I think a prime example for that is Lower Guck. The zone itself is just pretty much a maze with all of these different tunnels and different entrances and exits and underwater parts, and I think Upper Guck as well is a very good example of that as well.
100%. They actually designed it like they were playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And they try to design it. It's like, okay, what actually makes logical sense for these zones? Instead of just, here's a cave entrance, here's the one room, here's the next room, and the next room, and then the boss, which is kind of like what WoW does now. They made it where there was, well, if the Froglocks were living here, how did they get in? How did they get out? Where was their escape tunnels? Where did they get their food from? All this crazy stuff that they thought of. Probably why they didn't complete a lot of it in the beginning.
Just that the Guck zones in general are just really interestingly designed, and I think it really just highlights that the world of EverQuest is just very unique. I think despite maybe World of Warcraft Classic, which kind of got close to the feeling that EverQuest gave me, but it still felt like kind of an emulated version of EverQuest, which is literally what World of Warcraft Classic was. It was created by hardcore raiders of EverQuest that wanted to make a game themselves in a way that they found to be an upgrade to EverQuest. But I mean, you can't deny that the skeleton of World of Warcraft itself was literally based on the foundation that EverQuest created. And I think that's something special, and it's a very good reason why EverQuest happens to be my favorite game. Number 4. The game is very difficult where it counts. I think this is also just another facet of EverQuest being a product of its time. The rewards from progressing are definitely worthwhile in this game, and they feel tangible.
Well, once you get to like 51, that one little millimeter of movement that your experience bar goes up, that's not very tangible.
If you're leveling and it takes a very long time to level, the spells you get at those certain level points every 5 levels for most classes feel like an amazing achievement, and it feels like you're really making progress. You can feel the tangible capabilities expanding in your character, especially if you're a caster class. I know for warriors, there isn't a lot of actual tactical growth in the class besides stat increases for your hit points and getting new gear. But the game simply, it's hard. Like, EverQuest is a difficult game, especially in its classic formulation of the game.
Oh, gotta point out, I'm moving. We're getting there.
There's very long leveling times, very slow regeneration, which can be offset by buffs like clarity or regeneration, which will expand on another point of why EverQuest is my favorite game.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut off again. Asmongold, I think, said this best, and I don't really particularly care if you agree with him or not on most of his stuff. Most people don't. That's totally fine, but he was 100% correct when he said one time, maybe other people have said this as well, he said one time that he said World of Warcraft was good when the classes mattered, when you had to bring something to the table. and not everybody can do everything. And that was one of the things that now I'm going to get myself confused. One of the things that World of Warcraft lost, and one of the things that EverQuest had in the beginning, was that you needed the other classes. You needed the enchanter in your group for the clarity. You needed a healer. You needed the shaman for all the buffs. You needed the rogue for the DPS. You needed the paladin, the Shadowknight, or the warrior for the tank. And not just everybody can do everything now, like it is in retail EverQuest.
Spells for caster classes are often very expensive. A lot of them require you to have a research skill to actually create the spells, which requires you to loot certain words throughout the world to have a small chance of putting the words together to make a spell, and there's a chance that it won't actually work. Just the economy of spells themselves is a whole nother aspect of why the game's difficult, because it's points of your own progress that are kept by the in-game currency of the game.
Yeah, and that was something that I said, I think it was yesterday or the day before in the stream, was that EverQuest, it's remarkable, given the time, how many systems that EverQuest had, and research was something that I completely forgot about. It's just, there's so many different systems in the game that it's crazy that they were able to fit everything in. It's no wonder everything didn't work perfectly, but it worked as well as it did.
And I think a lot of MMOs nowadays, you don't even have to buy spells. Like, say you level up and the spell automatically pops up in your hotbar. Like, you just unlock the spell. And EverQuest is not like that.
That's WoW retail. As soon as you level up, there's all your new spells, and here's how to use them, and just push them when they're highlighted. Becomes like a whack-a-mole game.
At all. You actually have to figure out how to get these spells, even prepare beforehand to get these spells. Say if you're level 28 and you have all these spells coming out at level 29, you most likely want to buy those spells beforehand and have them in your inventory. Say you're in a group and you ding level 29, you want to be able to mem those spells right away when you're still in the group, rather than having to leave, buy the spells, and then come back. And so I think it adds a whole different mentality to how you play the game. Also, there are
100%
no trade loot that drops mostly in raids, and I think this adds another dynamic of some loot is inaccessible, some loot is accessible, and the inaccessible loot you actually have to work for. And with that, the loot is definitely objectively better than most of the other loot in the game, because you have to actually take the time to level up, go to these raid zones. Some of these raid zones, especially the plains, require you to be at least level 46. So there's definitely a mechanic of having to progress to a certain point. But I think it's also very awesome that in this game, pretty much most, if not all, of the loot that drops throughout the world is not no trade. And so you're able to kind of cultivate an economy, which is another point I'll get into. Also,
absolutely. One of the biggest things that one of the biggest mistakes that I think WoW made was the fact that gear was basically, you paid for it and then you just threw it away. Mind you, with the population of the servers at the time, they didn't have much choice. There wouldn't be any economy without making things bind on equipped. Versus like the no drop and the ability to trade basically all of your gear. But that was one of the things that kept EverQuest like fresh, because you could always gear up one of your characters and then say, you know what, I want to go play this character, sell off all your gear, and instead of having to start over from scratch, you could just buy some caster gear with the money that you made from selling your melee gear or whatever. Or if you're playing a warrior, some of it easily transferred over to ranger or something like that.
So another aspect of my number 4 of the game being difficult are the epic quests. So every class in EverQuest has an epic quest, which is a weapon that has some of the best stats in the game for the time and the era that the weapons came out. And
it didn't come out during I think they came out right before Kunark, I think.
All have a certain proc that helps out the class or does good damage against a mob. Say, for example, the Mage Epic 1.0 actually summons a very powerful pet, which is awesome. But these epic quests are extremely difficult and they take a lot of time, a lot of preparation. They even require you to take out certain raid mobs and hope for certain pieces of loot to actually drop in those raid mobs that don't actually drop all the time, and it adds a completely different dynamic to the difficulty of the game if you're looking at Everquest through the lens of the epic quests alone. Some epic quests are actually easier to get than others. I know for the Shaman, which is the class I'm currently playing right now, it's actually not too difficult in comparison to other classes, say for example the Paladin, which requires you to kill like a dragon and a couple other very difficult components and leveling up faction and everything. Simply looking at it through the epic lines, it is a very difficult game, but it's definitely rewarding if you want to put the time into it.
100%. I remember getting my rogue epic. Actually, no, I never did get my rogue epic, actually. Wait, did I? Wait, I didn't miss the... No, I better not have missed the bloody... Wait. Oh, there, I'm on the wrong side of the... Whew, I almost missed it. Wow. Okay. So let's see here. I just want to... We're just going to go back here for a second. Want to... Yeah, there's this guy. Oh, he's dubious now. Okay. But there is another one. So he's apprehensive. That's fine. All right. Because I don't want to hang around on the docks here too long. I'm going to jump in and then I'll get back to watching the rest of the video too. Yeah, I kind of panicked there. I was like, wait, where the hell is the... where the hell are the docks at? Yeah, see, like, he's... Oh, he's dubious now? Oh, he was threatening the last time I was here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, now I gotta get into the catacombs. And then... as soon as I get out, I'll go back to the video. Nothing in here that'll attack me. Whoop, there we go. Okay, get back. Boop. Go.
Number 3. I want to talk about the in-game economy of Everquest. In my opinion, EverQuest's economy is excellent, and especially in Project 1999 and Project Quorum, where the tunnel is active with players, it creates a really fun and engaging in-game economy and trading system. In EverQuest, the East Common Lands tunnel is kind of the agreed upon place between players to just meet up, negotiate, trade loot, name prices, and just create this organic economy, which I think is really cool. It's not artificially created through an auction house system or even later on in EverQuest where the bazaar was added and it created kind of a official hub for trading and a whole UI behind it. I think
yeah, the bazaar I think was one of the things that killed EverQuest originally. I think also like WoW and more other MMOs that came out as well. I can't remember if the EC tunnel, the East Common Lands tunnel, was actually designed to be a hub for selling, or if it just organically became that. I know a lot of servers were also Greater Feydark was the, at least in the beginning, it was the go-to place to trade and sell. So I think it was organic, as far as I know, but it's kind of weird that it was organic across, like, I don't know how many, almost everybody on every server. I remember said that East Common Lands became the place to sell stuff. There was other places too, like you could always go through any of the beginner zones and you would find people selling stuff. Now you don't. Now it's strictly East Common Lane. And now you also have pig parts too on Project 1999.
I think in an MMO, especially being a product of its time with EverQuest, having the players and giving the players complete agency to control how the economy works is just a very good testament to the organic world that EverQuest has, and another reason for my number 5, why the game feels so alive in the first place. It is so organic, and it's all created by players. There's no invisible hand controlling every aspect of the game. Maybe if a GM were to have some sort of intervention, that might be the case, but really it is up to the players completely. And as I said in number 4, there's a lot of tradable loot in the game of all level ranges. It really makes the game's loot system in and of itself feel free to anyone that participates and has enough capital to participate, to buy loot, to sell loot, to trade loot. The economy of EverQuest really can be a play style on its own. Say if you like to level, if you like to roleplay, like those are their own special ways of playing, but the economy of EverQuest is a completely standalone concept, and in my opinion, a complete mechanic that the players literally designed for the game to operate within. And this...
I think it was by intention that they had sellable items. It was to be able to... You would go in and you would get gear for yourself, and then most likely you would camp certain spots, like in Lower Guck or whatever. Everyone in the group would get a pair of Dark Mail gauntlets. Not everybody could use them, so 3 or 4 of them would enter the market. And most of the time what I remember was people would stay in a zone, in a dungeon, until everybody had gotten one piece of loot from whatever mob that they were camping. Like, for example, in Unrest, you would be camping... oh my god, who's the guy that drops the Dwarven work boots? The Ghost. Everybody would stay until they got the boots, or they got the other drop. Just something like that, and then everybody would have it, and then those items would enter the economy, and then they could use it to buy other gear that other people were farming in a different dungeon. And not necessarily farming, actually probably getting XP from it as well. So now it's more about farming and controlling those farms. At least on Project 1999. And I don't know how Quarm is doing. Last I saw, they were just about to enter Plains of Power, which I know is a very popular expansion. But anyway, let's go back to the video.
Actually perfectly segues to number 2, which is the diversity of playstyles that EverQuest has. EverQuest has such a wide array of different ways to play the game, and they all fit together to create just their own unique synergies. And I think this really goes to show with the diversity of classes in the game. There are so many different spells and different ways to play, especially if you look at, say, the Necromancer with Fear Kiting and Feign Death, and allowing you to give mana to other casters at the expense of your own health. Enchanters that are able to mesmerize mobs and keep them stunned for minutes on end.
Crowd control.
As well as charm mobs that are able to attack other mobs at their own will.
That was one of the things that I thought World of Warcraft was doing pretty good in the beginning, where you had to like sheep mobs and stuff before everybody had gear. Like you needed some form of crowd control, and that sort of was a system I think that was carried over from EverQuest, because it was a skill. You needed to have some skill. Playing an enchanter is very difficult until you learn it, then it becomes like super easy. But in a tab target game, and I don't even remember if you could tab target in original EverQuest. I think you had to click on the mob, so it was even harder.
And giving other players clarity, which increases their mana regeneration. There's so many different components of all of these classes and all of their unique abilities that really shine when they're put together, and you are able to see how all of these classes can fit together in their own unique combinations. I think that is what really makes EverQuest a special game, and especially my favorite game, especially in comparison, I say especially a lot, especially in comparison to other MMOs where classes, they tend to be designed to be kind of the same as each other, and they want to give players mostly the same abilities no matter what class you play, to give you that same experience and that same consistency.
Yeah, like every class has a heal, every class has a taunt, every class has a you know, a get out of jail free card. It's just so if you make a mistake, you don't have to restart. Basically, everyone gets kind of everything, and I like the more defined classes myself as well.
Just the homogenization of classes. I think it takes away from the experience and it makes it less interesting, and it takes away from just the players relying on each other to give their own unique boons to the group to help the leveling process out. And EverQuest definitely, the early on EverQuest excels in having that complete diversity of classes that are so
100%.
different from each other. Maybe the warrior and rogue aren't too different from each other early on, but all of the casters and the shaman class, which I'm playing right now, has a lot of unique abilities that somewhat enmesh with a enchanter and a druid and a warrior, and it's just kind of like a cool hybrid class, let alone just the grouping and the classes in general. There's trade skilling you can work on and play with as your play style. If that's what you're really interested in, you can create gear.
That's again all the systems that I was talking about before. It's like, it's amazing. Most games don't have crafting system that matters past a certain point, and you won't be able to do it until you're already past that point. I was saying that I started doing blacksmithing on my Shadowknight, and had I had the tools, I already would have been up to banded because I had enough money, which doesn't actually take a lot. Surprisingly, I would have had a few pieces of banded already. So that's a great thing. We didn't know it at the time when we first started playing Classic way back in the day, but now that it's known in Project 1999, you can easily save enough money to get to your blacksmithing up and do the banded armor and stuff like that, because all the stuff is vendor, like all the ore and stuff like that, you can just buy it off of a vendor.
Gear, and if you're a shaman, you can create potions with alchemy. There's questing.
That's another
EverQuest.
one.
Look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
I know it's called EverQuest, but really there aren't a ton of quests, but
Nope.
it definitely is an aspect of the game you can focus on if you really want to.
I think the point of them calling it EverQuest was the fact that most games, when you complete a quest, that's it, it's over. EverQuest was, I think what they said was, and I'd never be able to find any sort of clip from it, but I think what they said was that the idea was that you could repeat quests over and over and over again. That was the point of EverQuest. You could always do your quests. It never ended.
You can take a lot of time to do
I
some
think
of these niche quests to unlock certain loot, which may not be the best loot in the game, but it is fun to kind of explore the world and talk to different NPCs and try to go for certain loot. I know recently on the Project 1999 server, I was working on the Harvester questline, which required me to go to several zones, and I thought that was just really fun in and of itself to just explore the world a bit more. And I think questing definitely provides that for a good play style. And as I spoke in number 3 with the economy, playing the East Commonlands Tunnel is definitely a way to play the game, a very valid way to play the game. If you have a certain amount of plat, you can literally...
That is exactly what I did in Classic. That's how I was able to afford Rubicite. All the Rubicite. I had a full set of Rubicite back in the day. I just literally sat in the East Commonlands and grinded platinum all day long. It was an economy for sure, and it was one of the fun aspects of it. Absolutely. And then, of course, after Velios came out and the economy tanked, I basically lost everything.
Really turn that into more plat by playing the auction house, pretty much playing the Commonlands Tunnel.
Well, reason for the call today, John, is something just came across my desk.
You know, sending tells to people, buying loot, maybe upselling. I know I don't personally do that too much, but it's definitely a way you can play the game to just, if you enjoy.
You can't upsell anymore because Pigparse kind of ruined that. You can't buy something cheap and then resell it. Pigparse kind of takes that away a bit. Also, as a side note, I cannot stand when somebody puts an auction for low level items and does not put a platinum value next to it, just put it up and I'll be like, hey, I'll buy that. Hey, I'll offer you this. Just the back and forth is a bit much sometimes.
Enjoy that aspect of it. You can definitely.
At least nowadays. Now we have pick bars. Everybody kind of knows the price of stuff. You can't ever rip off a noob by charging 1,000 platinum for hero bracers. Which, by the way, that's what I bought my very first pair of hero bracers for on Project 1999. I paid 895 gold. And then the next day I saw it for 150 or 200. And I kind of lost my mind.
Really excel in it. There's always role playing. There's always power leveling other people and giving buffs to low level players, which is, I think it's personally fun to give low level players Spirit of the Wolf and some haste and regeneration and just see them go to town on mobs. And really the options are endless in EverQuest. There are so many different ways to play the game, especially if you personally find a different way to play the game, as long as you enjoy it and it doesn't really take the expense out on other players, you know, go.
Exactly why I wanted to do a sort of 0 to hero sort of build, because I basically had all the gear that I kind of wanted, probably that I would ever get, because I don't really have the, at least at this time, I don't have the ability to raid as much as I would want to. So I don't have the time commitment. I mean, I'm lucky I have enough time to stream when I do, but I don't have the time to commit to raiding, especially Project 1999 seems to have really weird raid hours. So I think that's probably because most of the players are European. I think.
Go for it. Number 1.
Okay.
The social atmosphere of EverQuest is an absolute gem among
It
all
can
of
be.
the games that I've ever found. It's an MMO that's been around the block. The game is literally over 25 years old, so it's definitely amassed and created a very mature community that has been around. It has been very familiar with the game, and a lot of people, especially if you're new and you come to the game, you'll notice that the community just wants to help each other out, and people want to see everyone else succeed in the game. The world itself is, as I said in number 4, a very difficult game, and with that, people want to raise you up and support you for playing this very difficult game and just creating a nice community that helps each other out and strives to help people achieve the things that they want to achieve out of the game.
That's until you get to raiding. And, or as I've recently said, if you play a bard now, I was reported twice. I've said before already, I was reported twice for basically just soloing in Unrest, and somebody got their britches all in a knot and wanted to report me for doing something that I wasn't doing. And why I even know that, if I wasn't doing anything wrong, which I wasn't, why even tell me? Why bother? So there is still a little bit of that in there. People have, especially in the low level areas, people have such a huge hatred for bards. It's unreal.
And that can come in many ways, whether it be playing in a more social dynamic, getting certain loot, getting certain rewards from quests. And there's just so many ways to communicate and play with other people to achieve goals together, which I think is awesome. And I think a prime example of that is just the grouping dynamic in EverQuest. You have so much time to chat with each other. There's a lot of downtime in EverQuest.
That's by design. If I recall, it was done by design to actually make the game. Now, it served 2 reasons, I think. It served a reason to actually get people to talk to each other, and it also served because it was a monthly subscription. So they didn't want somebody to level to 50 within a week, and because then they would just cancel their subscription after that, right? They would, and then play the high level content for 3 weeks and then be done in a month. So serve 2 purposes,
which is the meditation mechanic where you have to sit and regenerate, and that does take quite a bit of time in EverQuest, and it gives you ample enough time to actually talk with each other, which is something that most games really don't have nowadays. The games are designed to be very fast-paced, and to stimulate your attention as much as possible
Mm-hmm.
to keep you distracted and keep
Loot
you
boxes.
engaged in the game
Loot
without
boxes.
really granting you enough time to kind of
Loot boxes.
think otherwise and,
Loot boxes.
you know, go to other games. But in EverQuest, it respects that
Loot
there
boxes.
sometimes isn't a lot to do in EverQuest, and there is time to just sit with yourself and sit with the players around you. It cultivates an organic kind of chemistry between players to just talk about the game, talk about each other's lives, and I think that's awesome. It doesn't
Definitely. When I grouped with that halfling the other day, it was actually the most fun that I've had in quite a while playing EverQuest. Even though it was just basically being power level, it was a lot of fun to actually be in a group with somebody else.
doesn't force you to talk to people.
Nope.
Not necessarily, but it definitely incentivizes it organically through the difficulty of the game, and again, the wide diversity of playstyles with classes, and how having a certain class and having other certain class work together creates a very efficient experience that would be more enjoyable to play with each other than without. And that is a huge component of why EverQuest is my favorite game. And let alone the buffing classes. Say you're a low-level character and you're in, let's say, Nectilus Forest as a level 1 Dark Elf, and you see a druid run by you. They can give you all of these buffs, which make your leveling experience so much nicer for at least 30 to 40 minutes, and I think that is such a cool component of the game.
Yep.
That higher level players actually can have a very positive effect on lower level players. And, you know, it feels good as a higher level player to kind of help out lower level players too, just by helping out. And I think that's just a really cool aspect of the game. And those are my top 5 reasons why EverQuest is my favorite game.
Awesome.
Let alone MMORPG of all time. And
Yep.
just to recap, so number 5 was The World of Norath Feels Alive.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 was the game. EverQuest is just very difficult where it counts, and the progress is definitely worthwhile, and you feel it tangibly in the game. Number 3 was the excellent in-game economy, especially as we can see in the East Common Lands Tunnel on Project 1999 and Project Quorum. Number
Absolutely.
2 was the wide diversity of playstyles and different classes, and all of the different avenues of playing the game. And lastly, as I just talked about, number 1 was the social atmosphere of EverQuest and how it really is a gem. So anyways, I really appreciate if you're still watching this video. Thank you so much. If you like EverQuest videos, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I make
Nice.
videos like this on a weekly basis, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and also like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it too much, leave a dislike and let me know why. I love to hear feedback and criticism on the videos. Just
No
to
dislike.
get better and kind of find new ways to make videos more effective and more engaging
Awesome.
and entertaining. So anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.
What a good video. It pretty much wraps up everything that I like about EverQuest and why I still play it. Okay, get back here. Think. All right, so I need to get to my guild. Looks like a trap. I think it's this way. I think the other way is... Yeah, I think it's this way. Oh, it's just a beggar. Yeah, he's apprehensive. Okay. Oh, he's dubious. Okay. Iron Toe Brigade, Fools, Norath. Okay. Wait, I thought it was this way. There's only one spot here that would be very dangerous for me to get into. And it's there's like level 14 or level 15 sharks somewhere. Let's go back to the music here. Oh, that's really loud. Okay. Okay, let's get down there. I gotta find this map. The docks was okay. Yeah, here. What's this one? So this way. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could have gone. Yeah, I think I could have gone the other way as well. Let's see. I'm gonna keep that. I don't want it too loud. Should be all right now, I think. Okay. So this way, and then straight. Oh, it actually says this way. Okay. This way. I think I got it now. Okay, you gotta go around. Okay, this way. Not that way. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it does actually tell you. Okay. Oh yeah, secret door. Oh, I'm a dummy. This way. Yeah, it's this. All right, I found it now. Made it. Okay. Basically, I can go this way because this way gives me the basement into the Warriors Guild, which is, I want to get my pelts from the bank, and then I want to go turn them in, actually. Banker. Okay. Have a little cash in my bank. I think they're here. So I think I can take this one. Okay, I don't think I have any other ones. Okay. Cool. Just give me 2 turn-ins for the warrior quests. And then I have to see if that fisherman actually is now dubious. It might mean some of the other factions are dubious as well now, because I don't think he's warrior faction. When I first got to Kinos, the guards were actually threateningly to me. The corrupt guards were dubious, but the regular guards were threatening. All right, so this way, and then I think it's here. Now this wall disappears, and should be apprehensive to them now. Yes, I am. Okay. Billy Garrote. Oh, he's dubious. What are they? Is he? He might be Circle of the Unseen Hand. Wait. This was my way. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Wyland Dodmill. He's the steel. What are they called? Steel warriors in Kinos. All right. So she should still be apprehensive. Nobody else floating around. This guy, I think he's at. He's yeah. Okay. So now you just cut across here. Gotta give her 4, and then I don't know if she. Let's see. So the corrupt guards gets worse. Steel warriors is better. Guards is better. Knights of Truth is better. Freeport. Oh, it's Freeport militia. That's right. So that's at least repairable when I actually get to Freeport. I can just go kill orcs for a while if I want to. Okay. What's this thing? Just rawhide. What do I have? Oh yeah, I have soft worker. What's the rawhide? 3 as well. Okay. Fine. So at least now I'll be able to actually come in through that tunnel underneath and turn in the teeth, which will help with all the factions in Kinos. Minus the wizards. The wizards will still hate me. There is nothing I can do to fix that. Yeah, they're still apprehensive. Yeah, he's still dubious. They're not corrupt guards, right? What time is it? Oh, maybe they're the corrupt guards, because I think the corrupt guards are dubious, but I didn't think Lieutenant Arather was a corrupt guard. Maybe he is. Okay. I can go in here now and sell. Here, take that off now. Sell. Sell. Do these sell for anything? Nothing. Okay. All right. Oh man, losing my voice or something. Yeah. Okay. So now I have to find out how to get to. I have to find a way to get to the cobbler. This should be this way. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to head to Blackborough, hopefully maybe find a group over there. I do plan on streaming a little bit longer today. Okay. We'll see though. I don't know. That was a really good video though. Really good. I'm glad I waited. Yeah, I'm gonna drop. I mean, kind of dumb, but I mean, I should just wear this. Keep this. This is like a piece of pride that I actually completed that. These weigh something? Oh no, those are just the baby sharks. What about the shark skins? They don't weigh anything either. Why am I so bogged down then? You don't really get a lot of money either from turning that quest in. I turned, I think, 32 of them and I didn't get very much. Why am I still heavy? Okay, that's 5. I can put that in the bank now. Okay, what else? Nah, I can't. I gotta keep the best piece, even though that one's a bit different looking. Like I said before, I do have gear in the bank, but I'm not using it. that was only if I wanted to actually twink this character, but I don't. I'm gonna leave them as is for now. And I did buy a couple of things. There was a couple of people selling things in Kinos Hills yesterday when I was playing off stream. And I found a couple items myself. The ring, the limestone ring, the other earring, and the brass earring. And I bought the dagger, the cloak, and the ring. I can't remember. I think the ring might have been off a vendor. The earring was off of a vendor. The ring might have been off of a vendor. And the helmet I bought from somebody. So I bought 3 items from auction. Nothing crazy. But I gotta keep my cash on me just in case. Somebody might be selling something out there. Again, it's something that I said that there's no point in earning any money if I can't spend it on something that I want to spend it on. So now I have to go out. I have to go out the north. I have to go out the north Kinos. Look at the specters. So I have to turn right down here. This is going to be a pain to get through. And then I have to get to there's a obbler or something that I got to turn those pearls into. Or maybe I'll just go like first person here. It's be a little bit easier maybe. So we'll go this way. I could also stop and see if the Undead Knight's there again. Yeah, it's this one. Not that it matters. I have a clawed ring anyway. Oh yeah, this is the bloated alligators right there. Doesn't drop anything but eggs. The Undead Knight's up here. I was going to actually try to camp it to get the second ring. Get a second ring, but when I looked at the spawn time, it's like an hour. I'm like, no, that's crazy. It's still the fish, probably, right? Oh no, somebody killed the fish. Okay. I think I just go. Vin Moltor was somebody else that I also thought would actually be KOS to me, but wasn't. There's Bait Masterson. Oh, he's amiable now. Interesting. Interesting that they would put you in. Hey. All right, now we're coming up. Yeah, he's a quest for the Deepwater Knights. You actually have to turn in your note, some type of note or something to him. Hello? Did I get out? Yep. All right, now I can go back to. There we go. Turn the lights on. So they are dubious. So it must be the corrupt ones that are dubious now. That's interesting. So I did go part of the way in. So that's there. I need to go into the right. I need to go past the iron forges. me see. Is there anybody that can bind me here? Nope, of course not. I'd be willing to take a blow to my XP to find out if I can actually go in there. But I should probably wait until daytime, now that I think about it. Because I think the normal non-corrupt guards are... I mean, if I... Yeah. Get up here. He's apprehensive. Who would be... The monk was apprehensive to me. I think there's a monk outside here, isn't there? How's the population on P99 these days? Not great. To be honest, not great. It's still doing a little bit better than Pantheon for sure, but not as good as it's been. Yeah, okay, so the monk's apprehensive. Double XP weekend was actually, it was almost like 1,000, 1,100, which again, it's still not that great, but it's pretty good for P99. Now it's like, I think this morning was the lowest I've seen it in a while. It was like 175 people or something. Okay, let's see if I die. If I die, I'm gonna be... Okay, so merchants I'm apprehensive to. Okay, so those guys I'm dubious. That's fine. I mean, I'm dead if something dubious. Okay. Can I click anybody through the wall? Nope. Here. Oh, I'm apprehensive. Okay, well, it's not that bad. Yeah, I haven't played Quorum. Quorum is doing a little bit better. But it's like it was 2,000 people all the time, and then I don't know if there was some issues or something. I don't know. Just from what I've heard kind of thing. That there was some issues with GMs and whatnot. So take that with a grain of salt, though, because I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, the population of that server tanked as well. It could be burnout too, right? It could be a lot of different things. Okay, he's apprehensive. Apprehensive, okay. So I'm gonna make it past. Okay. Gonna be some random person that's gonna come out and smack me from inside a house. Oh, apprehensive. Okay, that's okay. I should be far away from the... Uh-oh. Oh no, he's dubious. Okay. Pretty sure he's... Go straight down. Hug. Hug, hug, hug. 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 I think the cobblers... Yeah, there's a cobbler right here. Oh, there's a zone right there. Okay, so if anything happens, I'm running for the zone. Hello? Oh, apprehensive. Okay, cool. Okay. Rod guard. That's apprehensive. Okay, cool. Hail. Use some new footwear. I definitely could. What do you got? Oh, this guy sells the leather boots. Huh. I got ringmail boots now anyway. Okay, so I think or I have to give him Pearl. Circle of Otis. No, not that guy. Roger the Tall. And Roger, 4 pearls. Okay. Let's see here. Wait, these are pearls, right? I don't want to give my light stone. Sure. Okay, they're all pearls. There you go, buddy. Make a necklace out of it. Now, you should give me some sap. Hey. You know the deal. 4 Otis pearls gives you the treant wood. Okay. I like how he has to count them each individual and he gets pissed off 3 times. And he's like, oh, wonderful. I have 4. Okay, wooden shards. Okay. So the circle of the unseen hand. That might be a problem. Because the circle is the rogue. And I think the guy in the warrior guild is rogue. There's the circle of the unseen hand faction. And he's already dubious. Well. Oop. Let's try it again. I think. Let me check. I gotta check that faction because... Billy Grote. Oh no, he's just merchants and Quanos citizens. Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, I don't care then. Is there no sound coming from this? There should be. Not really any experience to write home about, that's for sure. Did it change yet? No, still apprehensive. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever be able to use the bank here. Just because it's right outside of the mage's quarter. And they hate me. Nope. Damn it. Should be able to give them 3 now. Right? Yeah. Well, faction didn't move all that much. Hang on one sec here. Okay, hopefully that's not too bad now. And of course these are heavy. Okay. We'll throw them in the bank. Let's walk all the way back down to the catacombs. Boy. Flick. There we go. There we go. There we go. Why did I keep the... I don't know why I kept this booze. I might as well sell it. Those kobolds in the Warrens sure like their drink, that's for sure. Are these the heavy? No, they're not heavy. No, they're not. Well, they're kind of heavy. Okay, well. That's kind of annoying. Okay, so nobody attacked me on the way in, right? Not a single person. Okay. I mean, do I check? Nah. Nah. Yeah. I'm out of here. Oh. Rancid, that's fine. See these new mobs, it's like, oh no. Now, of course I can't click through. Oh. He's dubious. Okay. Can I click through anybody through the wall up here? No. I just wanted to check the Monk's Guild. So now these, when I turn these in, I should be able to do them at dubious with the Cleric's Guild. That should allow me to actually shop in Erudin, which has no other purpose because I'm not there right now, but I still wanted to accomplish it anyway. Just because. Might be a little early to actually try to get a group in Blackborough, but we'll try. Kind of hoping that I can raise my faction with... Oh, there's a guard. Just got to make sure of these guys. There's a wisp I can actually target, hopefully. There we go. Now these guys are higher level than the ones in Auxilia, but oh yeah, I need to do this. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let me check here. It shouldn't be. I need a magic shield. It's the cheapest one that I can get, like the shiny brass shield. I was kind of hoping I would find one on a vendor somewhere, but kind of the other reason why I wanted to be able to shop in Erudin, because maybe opening up some of the vendors would actually have something on them that I could buy. That's how I got the brass earring and the... I'm pretty sure it was the clawed knuckle ring that I bought from a vendor. It was like, I think it was like 20 plat maybe, which is a lot, but still. It was an upgrade over the bloodstone ring that had no stats on it. So can I shop with these guys? Ah, they're apprehensive now. Good. Good. Shop with these guys then. Gotta keep an eye out for what's her name too. Ollie the Butcher. I think that's her name, right? That's her name. She likes to kill people, especially if they're attacking bears or wolves. Oh, does he have the scalar mold? The one that I need? No, he just says like, no. That's something I forgot to check too. See where I can actually buy those from. Oh, lantern casing mold. I need those. I think. How much are they? Oh, they're only 1 gold. Okay. Scalar mold. That's what I needed. You don't have a blacksmithing forge here? Like, come on, man. Yeah, I need the scalar molds. Okay. And how much are they? There's no weight to them. That's the next thing so okay, so Mira Sayer sells them. I'm pretty sure the druids and rangers are KOS. I haven't checked yet. I should probably go check. At best, they're dubious, but I'm pretty sure they're KOS. They really don't like Khazak Thul, which I think is, I'm pretty sure it was the only option for a Shadowknight. Or an erudite Shadowknight. And I gotta watch out for that other guy too. Nicholas Reslin. Whoop. There she is. Oh, she's apprehensive. What? No way. The Rangers don't hate me? Oh. Rangers, least racist people in all of Norath. Everybody else started off hating me. I mean, I guess they hate trolls. So if she's okay, that's funny. Is that a putrid skeleton? Sure is. Now, if I could find that roaming paladin, I'm so glad I can see in the dark. If I can find that paladin. Found him. I mean, get back here. I can fight you. Oh yeah, he hates me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Rangers, nah, they're fine. Paladin's supposed to be the good guys? Nah, we hate everybody. Wow. He would have whooped me right there. What are the odds? Like walking right over the mountain and walking right into him. Oh, she hates me. Chandra hates me. Or Chanda, I guess. Was that Rangers? The Rangers? But why the hell doesn't Holly hate me? That's weird. I thought she was Rangers. Well, the guards don't hate me. Okay. But these guys absolutely hate me. Okay, they're even worse than the Paladins. I was wrong about the Rangers. maybe they're druids. Maybe that's why they hate me. And the Rangers are apprehensive, and the druids hate me. They hate me more than the Paladins do. So they're Rotset Knife, right? Is that what he is? Whatever that Paladin guild is. Oh, Oh man. It's gonna be right here again. Should be over there somewhere now. How I could have sworn I was close enough for him to actually whoop me, but turns out I wasn't that close. Don't crash again like I did the other day. Although I have to figure out why Wavelink hates Everquest. Or vice versa. Maybe Everquest hates Wavelink. I have to say, having a very high intelligence is fantastic for a Shadowknight, especially early on. I never run out of mana. It's crazy how much more mana you have versus like an ogre that's, you know, or a troll that's, I guess an ogre has technically less intelligence, but he's whooping my ass. Get over here. Ah. Get over here, you. Gotcha. All right. I don't think oh, I got no fang. Nice. Okay. I don't think any of these affect that paladin. Should look up and see what it is. No. So at least now I know I have access to the rest of the blacksmithing stuff that I was missing from Erudin. You say it your way, I'll say it my way. I'd like to get another... what's that earring called? Onyx earring? Just to boost my agility to over 75. Pretty good. I might not actually be able to carry this many bags. I may have to actually ditch some bags because they're pretty heavy. Okay, let's see if I can find an actual group now. Anybody? Is there anybody in here? Oh, shaman. 14. I've had so many people offer me gear too. It's like, no, I don't want it. I don't want any gear. No hand-me-downs. The guardsman's that. Okay. Are these guys at least... There are no blues over here? Okay, well. Gotta go to this side. Nobody there. These guys are probably green too, right? Yep. Now I can kill snakes, I think. Should be able to kill snakes. Go. My only problem is going to be I don't have like clinging darkness or anything yet. So if these guys take off, it might be in trouble. I probably should have got somebody to buy me into the city, but so yeah, I think the giants. Oh, they're with this guy. Well, let's kill him anyway. So hopefully I'll actually be able to get a bunch of these and potentially quickly level to 15, which will be a nice new set of spells. These guys are just green. Man. Oh. The shaman's still there. If he wants to group. Probably like, no, I'm soloing. I got all the gear. That's fine. Figured I'd ask. A bit higher, though. A bit higher level than me. Means I probably wouldn't get much experience anyway. Oh, I got a sure, mostly here for faction. Where are you? Oh. Back here. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I had last night. Or yesterday. Numbered from that? Are you kidding me? Okay. Is it just my gear that's like weighing me down? Bags are awfully heavy too, but he's gonna take one look at my gear and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna go solo. Wait, is that guy? Nope.
700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should.
Oh, oh. Might just have some bandit and some, yeah. Looks like maybe bandit, and that looks like the shield that drops off of those skeletons. Be funny if he was just like, no, I'm actually trying to do hardcore the same thing that I'm doing. That would be hilarious. I don't know if we can actually do oops, not any guild. Yep. We should be able to do bridge, I think. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. I might just be making that up. You know, I'm totally gonna die. Okay. See. The elites are... Oh, they're blue. I don't know what they are to him, but... What? Hang on. No. Okay, later. Way later. My new monitor is like, I want to shut off right now. It's like, no. Oh, God, I can't stand that. That's why I got rid of my old monitor. All right, let's go. Because it was obnoxious in that way. Just kept saying, turn it off. I'm turning it off right now. I'm turning it off right now. I'm turning it off. Please target him. Yep. Which way are you going there? Might actually be able to do the Where'd he go? Did he just fall in? No way. No way. No, he made it. Okay. Loot a little bit. Teeth. Wait. Turn split on here. Link. Wreath. Teeth. If not, I'm taking them. Early. Should I turn off the combat music? I don't know. It's probably all right, right? Get over here. Gotcha. I don't think Ixar can turn in Knoll teeth, right? I'm not wrong about that. Now we can go right to the snakes. And I think straight is the commander. Or it's worst case scenario, it's the what do you call it? The split paw commander. Wait. Oh, it's just an elite. Okay. Oh, he's yellow. Might have to bust out the harm touch for this one. See though. Probably blue to him, but if I can pull one off here. There we go. We gotta take this elite guy out. Spam the heals. Spam the heals. Got him. These guys just green? Yep. Alright, well that's probably why we survived. I'm getting experience, so. He might not be getting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if the split paw commander was up, it would have been bad news bears. think I have some bandages left. And I have no water. Perfect. So glad I came prepared. Okay. Remember the music. Yes. Okay. It's weird. Yeah, I forgot how slow this used to be. Yes. Definitely slower than I remember. Actually, I think it's faster than what I remember. Well, my meditate skill finally got up to 50. My piercing get maxed yet? 55. Holy God. Should have put points in dexterity. Mental note. The next one has to have at least 75 dexterity. My skill ups for my combat is horrible. That's probably why I found when I played the ogre, because the ogre was 75 dexterity as well, and it took forever to level up any of the weapons. Something to be said for a high dexterity. Let me see. Now, the only thing we gotta worry about here is that's snakes. Care about them. And they get experience, but no, we gotta back up this way. There should be a burly gnoll here. Oh, a gnoll guardsman. That's what it was. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oop. Alright. Back of my head. Zoom in. If I could just level, that'd be great. Because at least then the elite guards wouldn't be red. And there. Yeah, it's just by himself. Oh, get over here, you. Got him. Is he looting at all? I didn't see. Oh, there he goes. Okay, cool. I don't want to be hogging. think the main guy spawns in here. He's like level 21 or something. Might be 24 even. Alright, let's go underneath. Gotcha. I don't know if we'll be able to take a commander. Oh, 58. 58's almost there. I have this. Yep. Of course. Don't go in that room. Don't go in that room. Don't go in that room. Do I have to tell him not to go in that room? You're not in there. I'm pretty sure that has the split paw healer, who's a big pain in the ass. Oh. Yeah, this should be... I don't know if they're going to be blue to him or not, but... That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. I mean, I do have the broken limestone ring, which is a whopping 5 HP. It's probably not worth pulling out a skeleton here, right? Pull everything down on us. Yep. Here. Yeah. Yeah, this should be a good area here for us. Heath? Nope. Heath? Nope. Oh, he's green. Oop. Probably not going to be an experience for him. Back here. Ooh, two-handed Sith. Sith. Right. Scythe. Scythe. That's what it is, right? I think the commanders are... the split paw commander, I'm pretty sure, is 20. Might be 19, but I'm pretty sure it's 20. And the other commanders are probably like 16. So close to 13. Oh, Silent Fist Clan is the monks, so I should be pretty good on that. Drop my copper. Probably have to drop a bag too. Hopefully I'll make enough. I think the Hero's Bracer right now is like 150 plat. So should be able to make that and get a Hero Bracer. Eventually, though, I would like to go back to, maybe at 15, I'll go back to the Barons, or the Warrens, rather. Oh, he did hit me up with agility. Cool. Gotcha. You say no to teeth? I don't know if he can ever turn them in. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll take it. Now there's the commander. Commander's yellow. Ah. Get the shit out of me. Deep blue. Okay. Almost to 60. 60. All right. I finally hit the cap. Maybe. I don't know. Always thought the cap was 5 times your level. Ugh. Nope. Son of a... Shouldn't be too bad, right? Get out of here. There's probably another commander up there. Probably can't do them yet. I don't know what level they are to him. There should be at least another elite guard over this side too. Oh, 62. So it is level +5. Okay. Maybe it's offense is just level ×5. Yeah, offense is just level ×5. Offense and defense. Okay. Bang. of cool. He's blue. Might actually, I should actually be able to level. Hopefully. Hopefully actually level. Don't fall in the hole. But oh man. Here he comes. With a snake. No, maybe not. Okay, it looked like the snake was coming. Any more teeth here? This game sure loves extracting teeth. I just realized that. From the kobolds and the warrens. Pulling out their molars. Pulling out these guys' teeth. Isn't there like goblin teeth or something later too? I'm getting pretty low. There's an elite guard right there. I'll let him pull. Almost out of water. No. Green. Green. Oh, there's a guy right over there. See if we can... I did it. I don't know if is the elite con to you. Should be either white or blue. Could be, yeah. So that means they're 13. Okay, they're a lot lower than I thought. I thought they were like 15. I mean, the commander was yellow to me, so that would mean they're 15. Which means the split paw commander is probably 18. I'm willing to guess. Commander. 15? Really? I could have sworn they were a lot higher than that. Huh. Lord Elgnub, or Bungle, is level 21. Everything else basically caps out at 16. Oh. Huh. I could have sworn they were a lot higher than that. Get over here, you. So that means in theory then, at 14 or 15, that I would probably almost be able to solo in here and work on my faction if I wanted to. I think the zone respawn time though was like 20 minutes, isn't it? Like 19 minutes probably. 22 minutes. About the same time between swings when I was using the rusty two-handed weapon. That was brutal. Okay. Oh no, it was the halberd that was brutal. That was like 55 seconds or 56 seconds. Or 5.5 seconds rather. 5.6 or 5.5. Something like that. The delay was 55 or 56 on it. It was forever. We can probably head back this way. I just want to grab the teeth. Not using them then. This guy here. Anything? Nah. Those guys are all gone. I mean, we can keep going straight, but there's nothing there. There might be another guardsman here, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Where did my partner go? Yeah, I should definitely be able to solo here. That'd be alright. I think... Oh yeah, okay, here we are. Right. Right. No tooth. Okay, so we can go back this way, and they still aren't up yet. What are these snakes? What are they? That's not a real door. Yeah. Well. We can probably go... Probably enough time to go back up. Probably go back up top. Wait. Is this the right way? Yeah. Yep. Basically repeat the process now. I think... Yep. Just an elite spawn there. Okay. Should be able to do it. Is there a commander in there or something? Shouldn't be. We should be able to handle that. I'll try to take these guys out. These guys will do more damage just being left unattended. Target him. Come on now. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll definitely level. Did he kill him? No. There it is. Nice. Took a beating though, didn't he? Now these guys probably don't have any, probably won't get any experience from these guys. All right, probably gonna go for like 10 more minutes, I think. I'll probably call. Mr. Burley. Since we're almost up to the top now anyway. And I leveled. That level 12 was such a grind. I died. Oh, I also died twice. Failed to mention that as well. Just the two of us in here now. Red, I need water. Brewmaster? Nope, just another guardsman there. Well, guy's blue. Hopefully he'll get some XP from this. I really thought you could level a lot higher. Maybe it was just from the guards, from the commanders and the elites. 'Cause I'm pretty sure my troll I leveled in here. Feel like I'm not being a very good group member. I'm not chatting. Alright, we can go through these guys. Anybody? No. Bueller? No. Okay. We can go up to the elites up here, I think. Oh, there's one. At least now my piercing should get there. Then I gotta work on my other ones. So these guys, how did they turn blue? I guess that one was blue beforehand. Although I think it shows like 13 to 15 for them. Oh, there's two of them up there. Okay. Get back here. Well, Now the XP just died. Probably died for him too, I imagine. Oh, I'm out of water. Cubed. That means a run back. Ah, the good old no copyright music. All sounds like a disco club. Is that what they're called now? A club like in Amsterdam or something. It's all like rave dance music. You ready? Let me know when you're ready. Oh, he's ready. Blam. 3? Ah, crap. No, he didn't. Did not just fall off the bridge. Well, that probably means I'm dead. Oh boy. Oh, that's hilarious. Twice now? Probably have to harm touch this guy so I don't die. Nope, I'm good. Good thing nobody else is watching, right? I mean, I guess you can argue that you don't need all this much mana. But I find that it's a big difference. It's noticeable for sure. Definitely noticeable. Step. That was hilarious. Ooh. Upgrade. Upgrade. Thought to roll for it. I don't know what kind of gear he's got going on over there. Oh, combined wound actually. Sweet upgrade. Whopping +3 strength. So I still stand by that Kinos Hills. This area is way better for leveling than any other place. Like in just all around leveling. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of quests to do. The only downside is you're either a human or a half elf starting over here. So you can't be any of the other wood elf or halfling or anything like that. I don't think druid halflings don't start over here. Nope. All right, I got a jet. I have to tell him. I gotta get going. Thanks for the group. Yeah, just because I'm going to call the stream now anyway. Can't really stay on very much longer. Well, I mean, I can, but try not to overdo it. I gotta go back to the city to get a drink anyway and that, so. Kill this guy on the way out. Should just kill all of them up here, but nah. Oh yeah, that was another thing that I needed. Nope. Really? Okay. All right, let's zone out and then all right. So this guy. Oh wait, I can sit. I can camp out here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, I'll be streaming again this week. Should be. All right. Thanks for watching.